A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. My touch.
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here comes Carter. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
We're set. Look at the egg. Minus 54. Check.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Reset. Play team. Match by 4. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home. One twist. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And the Texans' 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Watson. The screen pass here to Cohen. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Let's go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now it's Watson. Caught by Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock. We control.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He can run for it. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt. An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and it's a touchdown. That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way. That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski. Ask around. They'll tell you. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit.
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 74 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Draw play. Cohen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. 74. Check Mike 27, check Mike.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 55 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 3rd and 2, Watson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Mayfield, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. A first down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield with it once more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mayfield on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
The final shot before the break. Watson looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go, let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We got to get the ball until you get the score. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the interception, here's Watson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 87 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He finds his target, Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 54 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Regular. Crouch. Right touch.
following the interception. Mayfield, and it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because of that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Being chased out left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris there to make the grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I'm going back to you.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Jones has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
First down, Houston.
Silver. Hey, 31. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm going to run you over. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Alert. He's trash. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson.
Ready?
And that is Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Mayfield now. This is the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rolling to his right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Watson. Complete to Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
1st down, Texans.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To try again after the sack. Watson, he'll take his shot for the end. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning. Odell Beckham Jr., the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. From the gun, Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All day, every day, any day. Shoot! 54 is Mike. 54! Watch 54, watch 54. Watch this. Watch this. Line up.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And he completes it to Cohen. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Yo. 26. Check Mike, 27.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On first down, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is all the way up past the 25. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
I got it. Kill. Hey, alert 33. Got
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.